Okay, welcome to our classroom. We are on our week 6, quarter 4. First, let us start with a prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Lord Jesus, I pray today that you multiply your grace on me, subtract and take away all of my sins by your mercy you have shed on me. Add to my awareness a better understanding of your will for me in my life. I will divide my blessings and grace with those that are not as fortunate as I am. In your perfect and most holy name, I come to you, Jesus, and ask these things. Amen. Once again, I'm your grade 7 mathematics teacher, Maria Eliza Nunez. Our objectives for this week is to illustrate the measures of central tendency, mean, median, and mode of a statistical data, and to calculate the measures of central tendency of ungroup and group data. Okay, if we analyze data, we have what we call summary measures. These summary measures are numbers that measure various properties of data. And there are important types of this. It is the measures of central tendency and the measures of variability. But for this week, let us discuss only all about the measures of central tendency. Okay, the measures of central tendency is any measure representing the center of a set of data arranged in a decreasing or increasing order of magnitude. These measures include the mean, median, and mode. Okay, we're going to discuss first about the mean, median, and mode of ungroup data. But first, let us know what is mean. Okay, when we compare numbers, we need to find a single number that will represent the entire distribution or data. In this case, the mean or average will give us the best idea of who scored better. Okay, the mean is commonly referred to as the average of all values, and it is the most popular among the measures of central tendency, for it is widely used. However, it is affected by the extreme values. Okay, to compute the mean, all we need to do is to add all the scores or data and divide the sum by the number of scores or data. The mean is denoted by the symbol that you will see in the screen here, and it is read as X bar. Let us have some examples. We have two students and we want to know who scored better in their math quiz. Okay, to find the mean scores of the two learners, let us start with the score of Rodley. So his score are 8, 7, 10, 7, 12, 11, 8. Okay, and our formula is this one. We have mean is equal to summation of x over n. That's how you read this formula. Mean is equal to summation of x over n. And to substitute, so we have mean equals, our summation of x is the data, so we need to add all of it. So we have 8 plus 7 plus 10 plus 7 plus 12 plus 11 plus 8. And the n is how many data we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 data. So we have to divide it by 7. So by adding the numerator or all the data, we come up with 63 and divided it by 7. So the mean of Rodley score is 9. How about his competent? How about Shidell's score? Shidell's score are 6, 8, 11, 7, 11, 12, 15. Again, we're going to use the same formula. So we have mean equals summation of x over n. So add all of the data. Divide again by 7. So we have 6 plus 8 plus 11 plus 7 plus 11 plus 12 plus 15 will give us a total of 70. And to divide it by 7, we now have the mean of Shidell's score as 10. So Shidell has a higher mean, which is 10, than Rodley, who has 9. Therefore, Shidell has better score than Rodley. So we conclude the higher the mean, the better. Okay, so in the formula, again, in the formula, mean is equal to summation of x over n. So again, this one is the symbol for mean. Summation of x is the sum of the scores. N is the total frequency. Another one. How about if I have a group or maybe a little bit in a distribution table? So you have value and frequency. So you have 3, 5, 9, 11. Then their frequencies are 2, 1, 3, and 4. If I add these frequencies, I will come up with 10. So therefore, my n will be 10. But what will I do with the value? So here's the explanation. So the value 3 appears 2 times, 5 appear once, 9 appear 3 times, and 11 appear 4 times. To find the mean, we find the sum of. This time there's a multiplication first before you find the sum of the given data. So we will multiply 3 times 2. Then we also have 5 times 1, then 9 times 3, and 11 times 4. Then that's the only time we can divide it by 10, which is the total frequencies we have. Let us look at the solution. Okay, this how the solution will look. So mean equals, put it in a parenthesis. Remember, parenthesis is a separation of all your operation. So we have 3 times 2 inside the parenthesis plus 5 times 1 again inside the parenthesis plus 9 times 3 again inside the parenthesis plus 11 times 4 again inside the parenthesis all over 10. So by solving it, we have 3 times 2, which is 6. 5 times 1 is 5. 9 times 3 is 27. 11 times 4 is 44. Then you add it all, you will come up with 82. And to divide it by 10, your answer now is 8.2. Therefore, the mean of our data is 8.2. So there are times that your mean is not a whole number. Sometimes it is a decimal number. Okay, we're done with the mean. How about the median of ungrouped data? So the median is the middle value in the set of data arranged in increasing or decreasing order. Since it is the middle value, of course, it will split the distribution into halves, where 50% of the scores will lie above the median and 50% will lie below it. So the median of the odd number of scores or items is the middle number. But you need to arrange the score in order of magnitude. When we say in order of magnitude, again, it should be in increasing or decreasing order. But if the number of scores is even, the median is determined by computing the average of the two middle numbers. So before you find out the two middle numbers, you still need to arrange it. So the median is denoted by, again, it has its own symbol, the symbol that you will see here in the screen, and it is read as X tilde. So let us have some examples. What is the median score given road list score? The score that we have a while ago. So we have 8, 7, 10, 7, 12, 11, 8. Again, the rules is to arrange it from lowest to highest or highest to lowest. So we choose the lowest to highest. So we have 7, 7, 8, 8, 10, 11, 12. Then looking for the middle score, we found out that is the 8. So the median score is 8. Or if you write it in symbol, it will look like this way. Okay, next. Example number 2. Find the median in the set of scores. If I have 84, 96, 71, 82, 67, 92, first again we need to arrange that from lowest to highest. But since there are 6 scores, the middle scores are 82 and 84. And we get the average. When we say get the average, that means we need to add these two divided by 2. So we have 82 plus 84 equals 166 divided by 2 will give us 83. Therefore, the median score is 83. Or this is how you write it in symbol. Okay, we're done with the median. Mode. Mode is the most frequently occurring score. It also has its own symbol. The symbol denotes the mode here, read as X hat. Let us have some examples also. Find the mode of the following set of numbers. So first we have 10, 14, 13, 14, 14, 12. As we look at the data, the number 14 occurs thrice, more often than any number. Therefore, your answer will be 14. So in symbol, you will write it this way. The set of data is unimodal since it has one mode. How about the second example? If I have 8, 7, 10, 7, 12, 11, 8, both 7 and 8 occur twice. The list has two modes. So if it has two modes, we call the data as bimodal. The modes are 7 and 8. And when you write it, you should write it this way, as you see in the screen. How about the last example? If I have 78, 87, 90, 86, 80, as you can see, each entry or each data appears exactly once. The set of data has no mode. So you will just write no mode if you find that in your activity. Okay, we're done with the ungrouped data. How about if I want to find the mean median mode of a group data? So when we say group data, of course, it always have our frequency distribution table. So we have here the frequency distribution showing the result of the MPNHS second quarterly examination in statistics. The set of data shows the scores of 60 students in their examination. So by using this data, we will compute for the mean, median, and mode of this data. So here's the data. We have the class interval and the frequency. So we have 93 to 105 is 2, 80 to 92 is 16, 67 to 79 is 17, 54 to 66 is 11, 41 to 53 is 6, 28 to 40 is 3, 15 to 27 is 5. So we're going to compute the mean first. So we have now a new formula. Since this is a group data, it has another formula for a mean and a mode and the median. So we have mean equals summation of fx all over n. So here are the meaning of those symbols. We have where this symbol is for the mean, then the x is for the midpoint of the class interval or the middle value, f is for the frequency, n is for the total number of data. Summation of fx is the sum of the product of the frequency and midpoint. So again, there's a product. It means you need to multiply first the frequency with the midpoint, then sum it all up. Let us see how it is done. Here is the table. So on the first table, this is the only thing you see. We don't have this x, which is the midpoint or middle value, then the fx, which is the product of these two. So x is for the middle value. How do we find that? So again, you need to 93, then 105, find the middle value of that, 80 to 92. Then how to get the 198? We have 2 times 99. Then the 1,376, 16 times 86. When you find it all out, you add it all, then you will come up with the summation, which is 3,964. Okay, to have further explanation how it is being get, here it is. To get the midpoint, find the average of the lower class limit and upper class limit, such as 15 plus 27 over 2 equals 21, 28 plus 40 over 2 equals 34. Let us go back on the slide. Here it is. 15 plus 27 over 2, we have 21, 28 plus 40 over 2 is 34. The same goes with the other. And for the, and I already explained the result for the fx. That is the multiplication of your fn, the middle value. Okay, so here is the computation for the mean. So what we do a while ago is to complete the table, but this is what we really need. We really need to complete the table because we need the summation of fx. So mean equals summation of fx all over n. So our summation of fx on the table is 3,964 and our n is 60. So we need to divide that. So we have 66.07. As you can see, it is not an equal sign. This is a symbol for approximation, meaning nearly to that score. So the mean of the second quarterly examination score is approximately 66.07. How about for the median? Okay, we have another formula for the median. We have here the symbol of the median equals lower limit of the class boundary of the median class, then the n over 2 minus less than of CF all over F of the median times the I. Here is the meaning of each symbol in the formula. So again, this is the symbol for median. L MDN is for the lower class boundary of the median class. N is for the number of data. Less than CF is cumulative frequency below the median class. FMDN is frequency of the median class, and I is for the size of the class intervals. So let us look again on the data. Here it is. This time what I need is this less CF column. How do we get it again? Again, you just go back with our frequency distribution before. To get this, we need to start from the bottom. So 5, since that is your bottom number or frequency, so we have 5, then add the 3, we have 8, add the 6, we have the 14, and so on until you reach the last one. This last one should be the same with the total of your frequency. Okay, next. Okay, begin with our n over 2. So our n over 2 equals 60 over 2. So we have 30. Looking in the less CF column, we see that the 30th score falls in the interval 67 to 79. Therefore, that will be our median class. So thus, the lower class boundary is now equal to 66.5. Again, how do we get that? We just subtract 67 by 0.5. And the frequency is 17, which is here on your table already. Okay, next. Okay, here is the solution. We're just going to substitute all of the number that we need. So we have 66.5, the one that we compute a while ago, plus the 60 over 2, minus 25. How do I get this 25? Since that means less CF, and I have the 17 as my median score. Let us go back on our table. This is my median frequency of the median class, and since it is less CF, so I will have the 25, not the 42, not the 58, but the one that is below our median class. That's why I get this 25. Okay, let us go back to the solution. And the 13. How do I get the 13? Just count how many numbers you have in each interval. So we have 66.5. Then we already divide the 60 divided by 2 is 30. Then just copy the other. Then the next step is to subtract the 30 to 25. So you have 5. Then you can do it now. 66.5 plus 5 over 17 times 13 will give us the approximately 70.32 as the median. Again, we used approximation, not equal. How about our mode? So it also has another formula. So mode is equal to the lower class boundary of the modal class plus the difference between the frequency of the modal class and the frequency just below it, all over D1 plus D2, that is D, times our interval size. Okay, here is the table. Okay, we don't need another column. We just need to find out what will we use for the delta 1, delta 2. So, since it says difference, for the delta 1, 17 minus 11, the below, equals 6. So, we're going to use the 6. Then, for the delta 2, 17 minus 16 will give us 1. So, that's what we're going to use now on the formula. So, here it is. 66.5 again, plus the 6 over 6 plus 1 times the 13. Then we have 6 over 7 now on the parentheses. Then you can now compute it. Our mode is approximately 77.64. So that's how we compute for mean median mode of group data. Okay, now that we're done with the discussion, you will now get a piece of paper and answer the following. So we have learning task 1A. Calculate the mean, median, and mode, and it is 3 points each. So number 1 is you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 2, you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Number 6. Number 3, you have 6, 7, 5, 4, 5, 6, 2, 5. Then we also have learning task 1B, do as indicated. For the number 4, get the average of a particular grade 7 learner whose grades are as follows. So this is for 2 points. Here is the given grades. Subject, of course, our Filipino, English, Math, Science, AP, ESP, TLE, MAPE. And there are the grades 90, 91, 90, 90, 93, 94, 91, and 92. Again, what you need to find in our number 4 is average. So when we say average, that means you need to find the mean. And this is ungroup data, so use the formula for ungroup data. Number 5, below is the frequency distribution of the score of 40 learners. Compute the mean, median, and the mode. This is for 10 points. Here is the data. Okay, class interval and the frequency. It is now a group data. So you need to use the formula for the group data. That's why it is for 10 points. So we have 56 to 63 is 1, 48 to 55 is 10, 40 to 47 is 12, 32 to 39 is 6, 24 to 31 is 3, 16 to 23 is 8. We still don't have the data for the sum of this F, so you do it on your own. So after you do the learning task 1A and B, we also have to identify the following. Choose your answer from the box below. So our choices are mean, mode, median, measure of central tendency, and bimodal. And here are the questions. First, any measure representing the center of a set of data arranged in a decreasing or increasing order of magnitude. Second, commonly referred to as the average of all values. Third, middle value in the set of data arranged in increasing or decreasing order. Fourth, contains two modes. And lastly, most frequently occurring score. After you do the identifying, you also have here multiple choice. So read each item carefully. Write the capital letter that corresponds to your best answer. So for now, I will read it for you. So number 1, we have Miss Ernieta has a record of the grades received by her 25 learners on the second quarterly test. As shown in the table below, which of the following illustrates the median of 82? Which is the 13th score? So here are the choices. Just take a look at those tables. A, B, C, or D. Which is the right one? Number 2, an interview of the 75 students about their favorite fruits resulted to the following data. So the fruits are kaimito or star apple, guyabano or soursop, banana, duhat or java plum. And for kaimito we have 15, guyabano 21, banana 23, duhat 16. What is the mode of this group. Okay, if the answer is not on the choices, you can also write it. Okay, for numbers 3 to 4, we're going to use this frequency distribution of the score of the 30 learners in the summative test. Compute the mean and the mode. So we have class interval and frequency. We have 22 to 24, 5, 19 to 21, 8, 16 to 18, 5, 13 to 15, 10, 10 to 12, 2. So again, there is no sum for the F. You compute it on your own. And here are the choices if you already compute what is being asked. If you already compute for the mean and the mode, you can try to see if your answer is on the choices. If not, maybe your answer is wrong. Okay, once you're done with the learning task 1A, task 1B, the identification, and the multiple choice, you can do now a reflection. Just do it through a video blog or narrative post or photo journal or to your preferred reflective mode of documentation. Just don't forget to state or write the 3 statements: I learned that, I realized that, and I will do. Then we can finally say, madaling-madali ang math, as simple as that. Once again, I'm your grade 7 mathematics teacher, Maria Eliza Nunez, now signing off.